Better I stay alone, silent in this lovely forest. Fortunately, after a while, he went out to teach anyway. And just as fortunately for us, His Holiness continues this effort in our day. So here is part 1 of the 14th Dalai Lama's teaching on the Four Noble Truths.
Brothers and sisters, I am extremely happy to be here with you and to have the opportunity to explain about Four Noble Truths. The Four Noble Truths, as you know, the basic Buddhist teaching, the foundation. That's extremely important. In fact, without knowing or without the Four Noble Truths, the knowledge or understanding, and without experience which drawn from that teaching, then it is impossible to practice Buddha Dharma. So therefore, I am extremely happy. At the same time, you know, my belief that various different major world religions also have the great potential to serve humanity. That means to produce good human being, nice human being. Good and nice does not mean nice face or good face. Nice and good means nice heart, good heart, more compassionate heart. So all the religions, all the major religions, they have that kind of potential. That's quite clear. So therefore, usually, as I always telling the people, it is better to follow one's own traditional religions. And then those people who really feel your existing religion is something not very effective, and I think even more some truly radical atheist. Then somehow Buddhist way of explanation sometimes may have some attraction. Then to such people, I think you see, all right. At least, I think generally speaking, it is better to have some kind of religious training rather than a radical or extreme atheist. Those individuals who feel really, truly, some Buddhist way of approach, Buddhist as a training of mind, is some attraction, then in that case also, it's very important to think more carefully. And once you really felt that Buddhist approach is something really suitable to oneself, then it is individual right to adopt Buddhism as a personal religion. So this I want to say at the beginning, because when they actually use explanation about this Four Noble Truths, then of course they say, I have to say, the Buddhist way is best. I have to say. And also, if you ask me, what is best religion for you, for me, then my answer, without hesitation, Buddhism is best. But that does not mean Buddhism is best for everyone. Certainly not. Clear. And also, because I think I would like to further emphasize, when I say the other religion have this great potential, this not simply is a polite, right? Out of the politeness or diplomatic way. No. I truly see, firstly, whether we like it or not, the entire humanity cannot be Buddhist. Clear, fact. And similarly, entire humanity cannot be a Christian or cannot be Muslim. Even Buddha's time, even India, Buddha's own country, entire Indian, did not turn into Buddhist. But genuine, you see, warm heart, loving kindness, some kind of very forceful living kindness in their mind. That I noticed. So then, you see, my conclusion is, these various different religions have the potential to produce this good heart. Irrespective of what philosophy, whether it's the philosophy of creator or some other things, that doesn't matter. For non-Buddhist, say about the idea of nirvana or next life, these seems to them nonsense. So similarly to Buddhist or creator, these things also sometimes looks nonsense. But doesn't matter, live it with these things. But in actual result, as a very negative person through various different religious traditions and transformed a nice person. That is the purpose. That's the result. So sufficient reason is to respect. Now I speak through my own language better. 당에는 유한다 낭치 모저를 지르잖아요. 다와도 저번 일이야 두그레스. 근데 다와 가르스로는 된중 다와래. 아니 저바 가르스로는 처음에 저바레스는 미디셔리.
Whenever I have been given the opportunity to introduce Buddhism, I always make it a point to explain Buddhism in terms of two principles. One is development of a philosophical viewpoint based on the understanding of or appreciation of interdependent nature of reality. And then the second principle is the principle of non-violence, which is the actual action of a Buddhist practitioner and deriving from that view of interdependent nature of reality. So the meaning of non-harming or non-violent behavior or action or conduct is that if possible, one should help others, and if not, at least one should refrain from harming others. That is the essence of the principle of non-violence, non-violent action.
shandu kurdu chini, shana panda chigi yore. Gyamzhu, ane, shigangda gyamzhu shita gyachabu shari, ineda gyamzhu yebe, jendegi, jim mitamabda kharaslamna, landegi, migijubung lalin kugu yore, tadi shana chaamishbudri, nabamishbudri.
So, from a technical, sort of, to explain these principles in the technical Buddhist language, then you can appreciate that in terms of what in Buddhism is called as taking refuge in the three jewels, Triratna, and what is known as the generation of the altruistic mind or enhancement of one's good heart. As it is very evident that the idea of or the practice of generation of the mind entails committing oneself in an activities that are aimed primarily at helping others, and whereas the practice of taking refuge in the three jewels lays the foundation for the individual practitioner to sort of live a way of life within an ethically disciplined lifestyle which avoids engaging in actions that are harmful to others.